Okay, from the battle in Ukraine to the election battleground, and all eyes are on Goa, where even before the results have come out, the possibility that it might be a hung assembly has started to see the power games in play. Joining me on NDTV is P. Chidambaram, senior Congress leader and somebody who's in fact in Goa. He's one of the Congress's key point people there. Mr. Chidambaram, thank you so much for joining us. The fact, Mr. Chidambaram, that you are in Goa even before the results, I'm assuming you've been there now for a couple of days at least, does that all indicate that the Congress is trying to make sure that there's no repeat of last time where you were the single largest party but you got outplayed after the results?
Oh, that's not correct. In fact, one of your taglines say that Goa Bazaar opens. I object to that. There is no bazaar of MLAs. I'm here to get our candidates ready for the counting. We have to ensure that counting agents are appointed, election agents are appointed. They're all briefed on the counting process. And there are a lot of ministerial acts which have to be performed, which anyone who is contesting an election knows. So I'm here for that. In fact, today and tomorrow, I have no work. So I'm attending to my private work. Day after tomorrow is the counting, and all our candidates are preparing for the counting.
Okay, but we've also heard that there's the possibility that the Congress might be keeping its MLAs together in a resort or somewhere where they're all together.
These are exaggerated stories. One of our leaders is celebrating his birthday today. Therefore, he's holding a dinner. Naturally, all the candidates are invited. I'm invited. And if you can fly down to Goa, you're invited too.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm stuck here. But so there's no attempt to, as it's been suggested, take everybody off to a resort, ring fence them till the results are out.
We are asking them to be available to meet at short notice. In fact, the Congress Legislature Party is scheduled to meet within minutes after the trend becomes discernible.
Okay.
And the Congress Legislature Party will elect a leader, as I've said, half jokingly, within 5 minutes. And therefore, we have asked them all to be available to meet within a few minutes after the trend becomes discernible.
Okay, but in order to do that, they'd all have to obviously be together somewhere.
Well, why should they not be together? We can have lunch together. In fact, on counting day, we expect to have lunch together because that is the time when the trend will become discernible.
Okay.
I may have the lunch myself.
Okay. But Mr. Chidambaram, how does the Congress assure, the public of Goa that it won't be like last time, where you were the single largest, but you did get outplayed?
We are aware of what happened in 2017-19. The party that steals election is still around. We are aware of who can steal an election. But we are doubly guarding our house. We will not allow our house to be burgled.
Okay.
We have got candidates this time who are recommended by the bloc. And yesterday, for example, I had a day-long meeting along with my colleagues, a day-long meeting with every candidate. And every candidate is proud to have carried the Congress flag in his constituency, and many of them expect to win. And this is the point I'm making. Every candidate told me that the bloc fully cooperated with him. The bloc workers worked day and night to get his election successful.
Okay.
Which means there is a bonding between the MLA and the bloc workers. And that is the biggest assurance that the candidates will remain loyal to the Congress party. Everyone is sworn to loyalty.
So, right.
I have no doubt at all. I have no doubt at all. Every candidate, whether he wins or loses, will remain loyal to the Congress party.
No, fair enough. I mean, in addition to that assurance and the fact that, as you said, they've come from the grassroots, you said importantly that you're going to ensure your house isn't burgled. What else are you going to do, or what else are you already doing to ensure that?
We don't have to do anything. We just simply have to bond with our MLAs, which we are doing. I met all of them. I will meet them again this evening at dinner, and maybe somebody will host a lunch or something tomorrow. These are normal activities, even for a Rajya Sabha election, which is all predetermined. The candidate and the electors bond together on dinner or lunch. These are normal things.
Okay, so you're saying it's kind of business as usual, even though we've seen that often with Goa it is not business as usual. But let me ask you though about falling short. If the numbers fall short, and again I say this as a big if, because I'm sure you may have a different view. We are getting indications from your leaders as well as leaders of other parties like Aam Aadmi Party that they are not averse, nor are you, to getting into a partnership or an alliance to keep the BJP out of power. Is that a fair characterization of the conversations that have been going on?
The phraseology is wrong.
Okay.
What I said was, we are confident, after talking to the candidates and talking to the bloc leaders, we are confident that the people of Goa have given us a clear, simple majority. I'm more confident today than I was, say, last week, because I've spoken to every candidate. We are confident we'll have a simple, clear majority.
All right.
Nevertheless, we are on record and we have said it. Nevertheless, I say that we are willing to work with the other parties, which may win a few seats, 1, 2 or whatever. We are willing to work with other parties because our goal is to forge a non-BJP front. Such efforts are going on in other parts of India. Why not make the same effort in Goa?
Sure.
A non-BJP front can be formed in Goa. We can accommodate the views of the other parties, although we are confident we will get a simple, clear majority.
So are you in touch with parties like the AAP and the TMC and even the MGP?
Not me directly, but Goan leaders are talking to Goan leaders of other parties. Apparently, they are all friends. Some of them are even related to each other. They all know each other. It's a small place. They meet often on many occasions. I'm told that leaders of other parties and leaders of my party have been talking to each other over the last few days.
Okay. So you're saying if it comes to that, but I want to specifically ask you about the MGP, because they are likely to be a crucial player in all of this. What is the sense that you're getting from them? Are they likely to remain with the kind of anti or the non-BJP tent?
Reasons for delay.
Or could there be a, could they jump?
What is this background?
Sorry, even I'm hearing a noise.
That's all right. It's silence now.
Yes. Yes, go ahead, sir. About the MGP. Yes.
See, the MGP is not the polar opposite of the Congress. The Congress and the BJP are polar opposites. All other parties in Goa, I don't consider them polar opposites.
Right.
In fact, MGP has worked with the Congress before, in 2012 or so, I remember. And the MGP last time joined the BJP. They have bitter memories of the BJP experience. Their party was split. Their party was thrown out of the alliance. And they have bitter memories of working with the BJP. Memories are not short. Therefore, if the MGP leaders are talking to our leaders, it's perhaps with the intention, can we work together? If we can work together, why not?
Have they given you any assurance?
No, I have not received any assurances.
Well, when I say you, I meant the Congress. Have they?
I don't think any assurances were sought or given. I think they're talking to each other to see how we can work together.
Okay, because an MGP leader, a senior MGP leader told my colleague that they are in fact contacted by both sides, by the BJP and the Congress, and they've not ruled out an alliance with the BJP.
They would be living in a, I'm sorry, well, let me rephrase it. They should remember what happened in 2017-19. The MGP was enticed to join the BJP. The MGP was split. The MGP, one section of the MGP was absorbed in the BJP, and the other section was thrown out. And the section which was absorbed was denied tickets in this election. So there's four times they have suffered a blow at the hands of the BJP. And I don't think anyone who remembers what happened between 2017 and 19 and subsequent will even contemplate an alliance with the BJP. That is the way the BJP treats its allies or partners.
Well, you're right to suggest that the kind of conventional wisdom would suggest that after having gone through that experience, why would they still be saying things like that? But that's what they're saying, that they're not ruling it out.
Well, different leaders can say different things. What matters is what the party decides.
Right.
And I'm sure the MGP will decide not only in its self-interest, also in the interest of the people of Goa. Okay.
So, in conclusion, Mr. Chidambaram, you're saying that the Congress is confident of getting the numbers. If not, you are open to alliances with other parties, and you said some local leaders of both sides are talking to each other. And also that this time you're more confident of your flock being together, and so there's no there's no kind of ring fencing or corralling, other than, as you said, some lunches and dinners. Is that
that's a fair summary of what I said. That's a fair summary of what I said.
Okay, well, fascinating, of course, Goa as always, and let's see how it plays itself out. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.